Hello guys, it's Nell. Welcome back to my channel. Come on in. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and make sure to turn that notification bell like boop, so that every time I drop a video you guys get notified. Let's get into it. So today you're gonna be cooking with me. I'm just gonna be making some fresh homemade french fries. What's better than that? My mom has been requesting these, so I'm gonna go ahead and make these for her today, and I want you guys to make them with me. So come on and get ready to join me while we make these. So right here I have about 6 potatoes. It depends on how many you're feeding. If you need more, by all means pull more potatoes, but we just need 6. We don't need that many. So I have my 6 potatoes. I usually peel them first because I don't like the skin on my homemade potatoes. I mean, you can leave it, it's good for you or whatever, but I just don't want it. And then I cut them up into a French fry look, but you're gonna see me do. So first I'm gonna start with peeling. I don't know if it's just me, but has anybody noticed, like, when they go to the grocery store now, I feel like every bag of potatoes I get, and it doesn't matter how many bags of potatoes I shift through, they still all look the same. Why are all the potatoes like this? Why? I need my potatoes to be like this, okay? When they're like this, I can get more use out of them. When they're like this, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with this? I can still use it, but it's not as helpful as this size. You know what I mean? And they're high on top of being little. That's terrible. That's terrible. But anyway, how y'all week been going? Go ahead and tell me. I'm listening, friend. I want to know what's been going on in your week. What's your troubles? How's work going? How's the family? Is everybody healthy? Everybody doing good? If not, you know, that's okay. It's okay when things go a little sour. But the thing that you gotta do is you gotta get back up and just say, hey, today may have been sour, but tomorrow will be a better day. And just pray on it. Give it to God. If you believe in God, I know everybody don't, but if you believe in God, give it to God. Pray about it. And then go on about your day. Sometimes we be so stuck on everything that's going wrong, we forget about some of the little things that we should, you know, be grateful for. So just when you're going through some bad things, just try and look at the positives. Try and remember the beauty in it all, you know? So just want to share that with you guys, a little inspiration. But I hope everything is going well for you. In God's name we pray, amen. I hope everything is going great for you, going great for your family. I hope your pockets are an abundance of wealth. I hope you're not sick, and all the good things in between. Speaking of sickness, right now my mama is sick. I hate that she's sick. Breaks my heart to see her like that. I love you, mama. I hope you feel better soon. But she says she's feeling sick, so I thought I would do this for her, make her a little happy, you know, something that she can eat that's a little bit more filling. I did make her soup. She has been eating on the soup for a few days, so I think she just wants a little bit of a different taste, which is perfectly fine, you know. Gotta take care of mama and give mama what she wants. On top of mama being sick, our nephew, well, my son, my fur child, y'all's nephew, Chuya is sick. He had an ear infection when I took him to the vet, so he had to be on antibiotics for 10 days. Can you imagine trying to put eardrops in a cat's ear for 10 days? The fight that he gave me, I couldn't believe it. Y'all, I had to trick him. I had to close doors. I had to hold him down. I had to crawl under beds. Like, he knew it was coming, but he still just wanted to give me a little fight. But in the end, I won. He was gonna take the medicine, whether he wanted to take it or not. Because it was good for him, and he needs to feel better. So actually, yesterday was his last day, his 10th day. So now I don't have to give it to him anymore. And he seems a little bit more perkier, a little bit, you know, better, y'all. He was sneezing and everything. I don't know if it was a part of the ear infection. I did go to the vet. I asked. I was like, you know, he's sneezing a lot, like consecutively, like a human that's sick with a cold or, you know, whatever. And I know they can get sick like us. So I did go and ask the vet. She's just like, oh, I think he'll be fine. Like, is he acting normal with everything else? And I was like, yeah, he's fine. He's acting normal with everything else. And she was like, okay, well, great. You know, as long as he's acting normal as far as everything else, still eating, still drinking, still using the bathroom, he's fine. I was like, okay. She was like, it'll go away in a few days. She was like, if it doesn't, we can schedule him an appointment. You can bring him in. We can check on him. I was like, okay. Didn't need the appointment. He's fine. He stopped sneezing after 3 days. I don't know why he was sneezing for 3 days. He usually does not sneeze like that, but he was. So, but now he's okay. He's better. Now he's back on his bullshit. Meaning running around the house and wreaking havoc and doing his cat things. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. He's doing his cat things. So that has been kind of my 2 weeks. I did get to catch up with a friend on Saturday. That was nice. Love you, girl. She came with me to Target. We had a little Target fun. Got a little y'all, I had planned to do like a little Target haul, but you know, I had to do that a little later because when I went in Target, things were popping, but they weren't popping. And me, I'm looking for the sales. I'm not cheap. I'll get it if I really want it, but I'm frugal. If I see something, if it's a $20 shirt and I can get the shirt for $5, it's a steal for me. That's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? So, still want to do it, but we'll come back to that when there's just a little bit more of a sale going on. There was a sale, but it wasn't really like, it all looked kind of, you know how Target clothes can be sometimes. It's like a hit or miss. Sometimes it looks nice, and then sometimes it looks grandma-ish. So it just depends on which day you catch it, to be honest. So in that case, since it was looking a little crazy, I did find one thing. I found a green skirt. It was very, very, very cute. I found a shirt that was plain. It was like a plain brown, like short sleeve shirt. But the only thing with the shirt was, I was like, when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, this is a plain shirt. Like, should I really pay $10 for this? Or can I go find the same thing on Shein for $3? I can go find the same shirt on Shein for $3. So that's what I went with. And we left the shirt there. We did. Yes, we did. We left it right there in the store. But I took the skirt because the skirt was originally like $40. And then the sales price said like $17.50. And then when I got to the register and I rung it up, it went down to $12.50. And I was like, okay. I said, I can work with that. So I was like, I got a lot off. That's good enough for me. So I went ahead and got that. My friend got herself something. So I was happy for her. She usually doesn't do that too much, which I don't know why. She a pretty girl. She know how to shop. But you know how sometimes we be by ourselves and we don't get nothing. And then we be with our friend and we be like, oh, okay. We be like, well, let me get some. You know, your friends encourage each other. Your friends encourage you, you know? So there was that. We had some shopping fun. We tried out this new place in Texas, you know, in our city. It was a little pizzeria. It was very, very good. Very, very credible. If you live in the area by the biggest military base in Texas, which most people know where that, they don't if they are not active like military or their parents aren't here or whatever, but if you are in the area, if you know, you know. So go ahead, because there's only one. There's not many in the area I'm talking about, okay? So that pizza though, it was okay, y'all, I had to make sure he was actually scratching what he's supposed to scratch, because my cat got a bad habit of scratching the damn carpet. He don't mess with nothing else, but the carpet and him are like best friends. I'm trying to get him to stop. I know he's not gonna stop scratching, but I'm just trying to steer him into just only scratching his post. So if y'all have any suggestions, if y'all cat, listen to me, if y'all's cat used to scratch carpet and you got a suggestion to get them to stop and just scratch their scratching post, please let me know, because this little guy has to and he still does it. So please, any suggestions, I'll take them. Just let me know. But the pizza was good. It was like, I don't think they deliver. I really don't. I think it's only like eat there. It was more of a restaurant vibe. I don't know if they deliver, but when I brought home the box, like for what was left over, it had a number, but it didn't say delivery. So I'm gonna assume no delivery. But you know, you can do DoorDash or something, but I'm saying just straight from the company. I know how some people are. So what I got was, I got the, and I might be saying this wrong, margarita pizza. And then I got, it was like what they call it? They called it a quarter pounder, like cheeseburger pizza. It had pickles on it. I picked all them pickles off. Not that I hate pickles, but I just didn't, on the pizza, didn't see it. No, I couldn't do it. So I picked those off. But, and they allowed you to do half and half if you got a full pie. If you got a full pie, you could do half and half. And so I did half that, the quarter pounder, and then half the margarita pizza. And it was really good. The cheeseburger side, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't just like, oh, this is just the most amazing thing ever. Now the margarita side, I like that because really that is just pretty much cheese and a tomato slice, and it was pretty good to me. So, you know, and my friend, she got like a gluten-free one that was just cheese, and they said it was like a self-serve. So when she said self-serve, I assumed like, okay, it's your own slice of pizza, like one slice. No, it was actually a whole pizza, but one person could eat it depending on how much you eat. So I was like, dang, well, if I would have knew, I would have got that one because I would have preferred the gluten-free. But I already had what I had. I wasn't gonna send it back or anything like that. And then it was big enough to like bring home to where me and my mom could eat it together. So I was like, you know, that's fine, whatever. So me and my friend sat there, we ate, we talked, we chit chat, you know, enjoyed ourselves, stuff like that. Quick side note, while we were in there was somebody at the bar. I'm assuming he probably was drunk. He seemed a little loopy, and he had said hello, which was fine. And you know, we said hello to him, smiled, you know, trying not to be rude or nothing like that. But then as we were continuing to talk, trying to enjoy our time, and by the way, this is a complete stranger, just to clarify, like, she didn't know who this person was. I didn't know who this person was. Just complete stranger. But I already peeped game when I came into the restaurant, because as soon as I came in, he made eye contact with me, and I was like, oh God, like, you know. So I was like, okay, I didn't think too much, nothing of it. You know, you just wave and go on about your day. Hi, hello, how are you? So even though we had said hi or whatever, acknowledge him, just being nice, and we left it at that, didn't say nothing else. Still tried to talk to us again, and then, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with conversation. I'm one of those people, you can literally say hello, I'll stand there and have a conversation with you for a few minutes and then go on and do whatever else I was gonna do. But there's a difference between trying to have a conversation and then being pushy. He was being very pushy, and being that I'm the younger of me and my friend. Okay, now those are all peeled. Being that I'm the youngest of me and my friend, you know, she didn't like that, and she told him, like, hey, you know, in a nice way, like, we're having a conversation, we're having girl time, like, you know, no thank you. I'm not really for sure what he was offering, because my head was turned to her, because he was on the opposite side of where my head was turned. So she was on this side of me, so I turned my head towards her to talk to her and give her my full attention. And she was like, you know, no, we're good, whatever. After that, you know, he kind of backed off. But, you know, it was just a little, like, creepy, because it was too pushy. So please, if you want to talk to somebody, that's fine, whether it's man or woman, that's okay. If you want to talk to somebody, I'm talking about both sexes. But if you see somebody's just like, hey, hello, and like kind of moving on, not really interested in the conversation, don't try and be pushy. That's annoying. Like, just leave them alone, you know? If they wanted to talk, they would talk, or they would engage more in the conversation. If they just say hello and go on, what do most people assume? Okay, they say hello, they don't really want to talk. that's fine. Hope you have a nice day. Bye. That's it. Just leave it at that. So we got these potatoes all peeled. Now I'm gonna cut them, and I'm gonna cut them and throw them in this red bowl because I'm gonna have to coat them after I cut them. So, but for now I'm gonna put some water in this bowl because y'all know how potatoes be. If you leave them out like past 10 minutes, then they start to brown in certain parts of the potato and it just looks crazy. So go ahead and put some water in this. While that's filling up with water, I'm gonna start chopping in these. Okay, that's enough. But we just had like a little, you know, outside of that, we had a pretty much nice experience. We did talk for a while. The place, very good customer service and everything. We had even ended up getting a dessert even after we had said no, and we shared it. It was a cheesecake. It was really good. The girl, she hooked us up. Thank you, girl. She hooked us up and, you know, helped us with our little dessert. So I enjoyed myself. I would definitely go back. I would recommend it to anybody else. So if you're in the area of what used to be Fort Hood, you can go ahead and go to that place. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Whatever. But once that was all said and done, of course I came home, made sure my mom had some food, something to eat. You want about like this size, okay? You don't want too little, because if they're too little, then it's not gonna cook evenly with everything else. So this is like a good size, really, just like that. It's kind of like a potato wedge, if you must say. So that was fun. The week before that, before my mom even got sick, my best friend came and visited. It was her birthday a few weeks prior, and I had got her some concert tickets to see Melody Martinez. So we went to Austin. We went to go see her. It was great. It was fun. The seats were a little awkward because there was like this projection screen in the way. So they kind of had it more like in the space of some seats they sold, which kind of made it hard for the people who were sitting in that section to see because the screen was in the way. We were in that section, but we still could see. She came out enough on stage that we could see her, but that screen was kind of like, if she went any further back, we could not see it. So it was kind of like, on that. They could have just like pushed the projection screen back a little bit more, but that's okay. Regardless, we had fun. She had a great time. I'm glad she had a great time. Guys, I always cut my potatoes in half, and then I cut them like this. So to the side, just in case you're wondering how I'm cutting them, like this, to the side, like that. And then when they big like this, that's where I'll like, okay, let me cut it in half and then make it like that, you know. So there's that. So we did that. We went to the concert. That was Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. And then after that concert, the next day, we went to go see, what was it? The Strangers? Yeah. It really wasn't different. It really was not. It was pretty much the same as the original movie. Like, if you chose not to go see it, you didn't miss anything. It's just an updated version. It's just a 2024 version of the old version. That's it. But she liked that. She enjoyed herself. After we had did that, I took her to back porch draft house or whatever. She did enjoy that. Me, I did not. I didn't. So we went to two places. We went to back porch draft house or whatever, and then that was the day we went to go see the movie. And then when we went there, like, my burger was messed up. my burger had way too much mustard. Like, when I say way too much mustard, I mean like that is literally the only thing I tasted when I took a bite was mustard. And I'm not a big mustard fan. I don't mind it on my burger, but not in that heaping amount. Was too much. They were very heavy-handed. So I just sent it back. They were like, hey, do you want us to remake it? I was like, no, like, I really don't. I didn't want to like wait for them to remake it. They were, you know, kind of slow that day. I'm assuming maybe they just don't get that many like patrons at that time, so they had just, you know, like one server working the whole section. So I wasn't gonna get it like remade, and then she got all these tables and she wanted to go back and forth. Like, I just wasn't gonna do that. And put on all that stress on her too. She did apologize. I told her, I was like, hey, like, you're not cooking the food. It's not your fault. Like, like, you are not the one cooking it. It just has too much mustard. I don't want to wait for it to be remade. It's okay. I was like, as long as my best friend's happy, I'm happy. Like, I can eat at home. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. And then the night before, we had went to Mighty Mo's in Austin. After we had left the concert, we just wanted kind of something quick. The concert did end at like 10 something. So, I mean, there was things open, but there wasn't, if that makes sense. Like, things are pretty much usually around here, around 11-ish, like 12-ish, things start to close, but more so 11, because people are ready to go home because they've been open pretty early. So I was just like, you know, we looked at stuff around the area, you know, that was quicker, maybe wouldn't be as packed on a Friday night. And we were like, okay, let's go here. We had never tried it. The pictures had looked pretty good. We went, we ordered whatever. When you think of like pricing, think of like Five Guys, okay? Like, you know how at Five Guys, like everything's separate and it's high? Think of like that, but some stuff is in a combo. I like Five Guys. So I got pretty much like what was it, like a pulled pork burger or something like that. Something of that nature. Something pulled pork. I know it was that for sure. It was okay. It was okay. It was very bland. It lacked seasoning. Which kind of sucks because the burger looked so good. But it just didn't have enough seasoning on it for me. I did ask my best friend because I thought maybe it's just me. Like, I know everybody's taste buds are different. I was like, maybe it's just me. Like, maybe I just feel like maybe this particular one that I picked just doesn't have enough seasoning. But when I asked her about hers, she's like, no. She's like, it really doesn't have a lot of seasoning. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's not just me. So there was that. But, you know, we ate it, went on. Didn't, you know, complain or anything. It was late, and, you know, we just wanted to get back to where we needed to be at. So there was that. She stayed about a total of 4 days. I had cooked for her one of the days. I made her that pasta, that chicken Alfredo pasta. She requested that, so that's what I made her. She's very happy with that. So glad she enjoyed it. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video, better yet, I think it's my, it's not my last one, it's my one before last. Go look at it. It's pasta, chicken Alfredo, very good. And she ate that, and then the last day, she just came over here and I think just like chilled until she was ready to leave to go back home. And that was it, and that was that little weekend. I also worked that same weekend, so like, OMG, when I say between like my mom getting sick in the same time that my best friend was here, and then her and the cat getting sick at the same time, and then still being sick, like, she was already sick a week or so, and then him getting sick in between her getting sick, and then taking care of both of them for almost like 2 full weeks. I'm like, oh my God. On top of like having to work the previous Saturday, exhausted. Like, when I say I can't wait to like kind of sleep in, I can't wait. Like, you know, I do try and take like naps and stuff in between, but that's not always effective, and I usually have to get up early. So sometimes taking those naps, they cripple me more than help. So I just gotta be careful with those naps. So that's done. They're all cut up and everything. I'm gonna dump this water out. Because now it's not needed. So let me dry my hands real quick. Give me like 3 seconds. With wood ones, you do not want to soak it or anything like that. You just kind of want to hit it up with some water. Well, depending on what it is, you do need to wash it. But these are just potatoes. So I can just hit it up with a nice little wipey wipe with water and stuff. And go on. What was that? Hold on, something. So I did that. My potatoes are all in here and cut. Now we're going to talk about seasoning. So let's see here. Okay. Simple black pepper. I'm going to use that adobo all-purpose. And some garlic powder. Just those 3 because I don't want it to be over salted or nothing like that. So you just do it till your ancestors tell you to stop. That is my motto. The ancestors said stop seasoning. Cease to season. Y'all. OMG. Not okay. I'm gonna have to use my thumb. Y'all see the nails I got? Ain't those cute? Love them. But they're in my way with all the gems, and if one of the gems break off, I'd be so upset. So had to open that with my thumb because I was struggling, baby. But there's our pepper. It was coming out slow, so don't worry. It's not, see, it ain't over peppered. I promise. Get your flour, okay? Your all-purpose flour, because you're going to need something to put on there. Yes, I did pull the flour out of the freezer. You know why? Because they say really stuff like that, like cornmeal, Jiffy Mix, flour, stuff of that nature. Woo! Bless me. Bless me. OMG. Things of that nature, whatever. You're actually supposed to freeze it first because they do say that there is like, I'm sure y'all have seen at the grocery store, there might be a cereal box you pick up that's eaten through and stuff. That's nasty, but it's the truth. And I know y'all done seen it before. You're supposed to go ahead and freeze it because they say that there can sometimes be like, I don't know how to, like, I'm trying to think of like the appropriate word. You know how like a butterfly be in its cocoon and then eventually it hatches from its cocoon? Same thing can happen with flour, okay? There could be something living in there that's in a cocoon, and if you don't freeze it right and then you just use it, or you just, like some people just leave it in the cabinet, you could wake up and an infestation happen. Freeze these kind of products, okay? It's not gonna hurt it. Put it in the freezer. It's perfectly fine. I do it all the time. Use it, never have any issue. So just a tip for those people who didn't know. Do that. Do that. You do not want that to happen to you, okay? Just do it. Believe me. Okay. So I just got regular, just all-purpose flour. That's it. Just all-purpose flour. That's all. And I got a 2 tablespoon little thing, okay? So I'm gonna pick that up, get enough. And you pretty much just want enough. I'm really not measuring like that, y'all, but you just want enough to where it can cover all your fries. So when you throw it in the grease, it's fine. Which, better yet, let me cut that on. So you're gonna get your pan, whatever pan that, I know everybody got their own particular pan that they fry stuff in. You gonna get your pan that you fry stuff in, or you gonna get your air fryer or your deep fry, whatever you choose. You gonna get that, and you gonna go ahead and get the oil going, get it hot. You know. Stop it! Him in this carpet. Anyway, you gonna get your oil. You gonna get it hot. Put it on medium or whatever temperature. Go ahead and kind of get warmed up fast. And then I have to turn on some hot water because I'm finna have to stick my hand in here in a second. But let me wash my hands first in 1 minute. Get the extra potato grime off, and I just sneezed, so that's why I said let me go ahead and wash it. Y'all, I fling water on anybody who has glasses knows the struggle when you fling water on yourself. So you just put your hand in there and just twist them, just mix them up, just make sure they get that flour on there or whatever, you know. So that's what I'm doing. And it will look like this. That's fine. That's how it's supposed to look. That's how you know it's going to do what it needs to do. Okay? Hold on, y'all. I'm washing my hands again. Not in between the nail like that. Stop. Not in between the pretty bow. What happens when you're cooking? The hands are washed, round 2. So while I'm going ahead and letting that oil heat up, I'm gonna clean up my station, and then we'll come back when we're ready to drop the fries. Okay, y'all see when it start like bubbling like that? When it start bubbling like that, that means that your grease is ready to have whatever you're trying to fry dropped into it. Okay, the stuff at the bottom, that's from just making some french fries before. It ain't gonna hurt, just good protein. So what we finna do is we finna drop these fries in here. So let's do that. Hold on 1 second. We gotta switch the camera. All right, so here's our little thing of fries all whipped around, all seasoned and everything. Oh, I got this on my finger again. It's okay. Anyways, we're gonna use this bowl. Ooh, try and get as close as you can. You don't want that grease to splash on you. And we just gonna dump them. There we go, like so. I'm a tongue user when it comes to this, so I'm just gonna press the fries down into the grease. I usually cook these fries about, I mean, I know what they look like when they're supposed to be done, but if I'm like putting time on it, like so that y'all would know if you want to do it, I say about 35-40 minutes. It kind of depends on where your heat is at. If you cook it on high, of course it's going to cook faster. If you cook it on medium, of course it's going to cook faster. If you cook it on low because you're doing something or you're trying to wait for something else to get done, of course it's going to take more time. So it just depends on what temperature you're cooking it on. Right now I'm doing medium, so these, it'll probably be like a good solid 30 minutes. Let me show y'all what it's looking like. So this is what it's looking like right now. It is doing its thing. It is sitting in there. It is frying. So once they're like halfway done, we will come back and take a look at them. Y'all, things transpired in the midst of frying these french fries, so I didn't get to show y'all halfway through, but here they are, finished and done. Yummy, fresh homemade french fries, delicious. You can definitely, if you want, add more salt, but I usually pre-season it. If somebody wants more salt, by all means go ahead, whatever. But I'm gonna try one of these. It's just nothing like homemade fries, and you get like the crunch. Look at that. Alright, y'all. I'm finna eat. Oh, they're so good. And some dipping sauce. Okay. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna make sure my mom eats. I'm not going to yell for her to come eat or nothing because she don't feel well, so I'm not going to do that. But make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have your own way of making at-home french fries. If you have any tips, any tricks, whatever. Make sure you're following me on all social media platforms, which I will have a listed below. And I mean like below in the video, not like in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.